No. Well, hello everybody. This is the Xolos Ramirez show. And in today's show, we are inviting Yelena Yermolenko. And she is a bodybuilder, I think. And she gives like training. She has won a lot of tournaments. She also is a Xoloitzcuintle lover. She has come to Mexico City, to Xolos Ramirez, for two lovely Xoloitzcuintle dogs. One of them called Bonita, and the other one is Cosmo. So she has two. She have two Xoloitzcuintles from here, from our kennel. And in today's show, we are going to like dive a little bit deeper into who is Yelena, and I know that she's a very interesting person as well. And also we want to talk a little bit about her life with the two Xoloitzcuintles, because she has other Cholo as well, female Cholo. She has 3 Xoloitzcuintles. So yeah, we say hi to you there in Toronto, in Vancouver, right? You live in Vancouver, Canada, in a beautiful apartment with a beautiful view. She likes the view. She likes a lot having views. So how are you there, Yelena? Who is there in the screen?
We are doing great. We are growing. The Bonita is getting bigger, but she still looks much smaller comparing to other dogs. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, so we're doing great. Cosmo is growing. Cosmo, come. Bonita is here. Oh, Bagheera, come. Bagheera, come. Okay, Cosmo is busy with the bone. But Bonita is always right here.
Yeah, so you have there in your apartment, Bonita, Cosmo, and did they take well since they joined you in your apartment?
They get along very well. It took Bagheera maybe a good week to get used to them because she was a queen of the house, and all of a sudden we had 2 brand new puppies that took all my attention. So she was a little bit nervous about everybody at first, but then she got along very well, and they play quite well together.
Okay, so she has grown up a little bit because she arrived, Bonita, to your apartment, like she was very little. You say to us that she was a miniature Cholo and all this.
She is right now 30 centimeters tall, so 30 centimeters, right? So here's Bagheera.
Yes, and right there is your other Xoloitzcuintle, your bigger Xoloitzcuintle, right?
Yeah, so it's Bagheera. Yeah,
Bagheera. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
I have seen all you do like your daily life. And I have seen that you, for example, give these trainings to people, right? You have your Instagram account and all these. And you have also created like an ebook. And recently you have like been more interested in Xoloitzcuintles and all these, right? And tell us a little bit about your life. Why you started bodylifting, and your love for Cholos and all these have to do with bodylifting as well? That 2 questions.
Not really. So I started bodybuilding about 10 years ago. It's going to be 10 years me in this industry. And I started because I needed to change the profession. I got sick and tired of stress in real estate. But then a year later, as I started working as a fitness instructor, I started to see myself aging. And I really wanted to change that or slow it down. So that's how I started to compete. And basically, through the competitions and through changing my diet, that's how I was able to slow down the aging process. And this is what I do for my clients as well. I developed a program that I train people to compete. Basically, some of them compete, some of them just body build, just so they stay younger and healthier and lose body fat, so they look much healthier, yeah, as they age. But the cholo addiction started when my kids grew up and left the house, and I moved into my apartment downtown. I found myself being lonely, right? And I wanted to get a dog, but I didn't want to deal with any fur. So I started to look for the hypoallergenic dogs. And this is how I first time got into actually knowing about this breed. That's when I first found out that there is such a breed that looks like freaking amazing, and it's very old breed. Started to look for people who breed them. And 2 years ago, I got this girl. She's gonna be turning 2 in September. So basically, I got her as 8 weeks old from Toronto, from a breeder in Toronto. And then I got into the problem that we don't actually have dogs on this side of Canada for her to breed with. And this is when I started to look more for people who breed them. And this is how I found you in Mexico. And basically, the biggest thing about what I found about you is that such a great transparency with what you have, the presence online, your website, amazing. The pedigrees on your website, amazing. I was always able to see the parents. You constantly post pictures and videos of your pups, right? So, and before that, I got to know another breeder who was like very secretive. It was very difficult to understand what she is or what her puppies are about. And I had to say no to a puppy because I just didn't feel like it was safe to buy from her. But like dealing with you guys, that was like amazing because everything you are very progressive with the technology, with the banking, and it was very easy to deal with you. So yeah, and that's basically now I'm like these 3 cholos, and I'm looking to get another one, the husband for this little girl. Yeah, I still think that she's gonna be mini because she's only 30 centimeters right now. We still have 5 centimeters to grow. That is gonna give us an idea what she's gonna become. Yeah.
Yeah, so for everybody to have a context here, Yelena come to Mexico City from Vancouver, and not a lot of people from Canada like take these kind of journeys because some of them like they think that Mexico is kind of dangerous and some and things like that, right? But we have seen a lot of Canadians, for example, starting to come to Mexico to live. But Yelena is one of the few Canadians that have make this journey from there, and she moves a lot. Like she's a very brave woman, and also an entrepreneur as well. And we're very glad that she has got from us these two cholos, Bonita and Cosmo. And like she says, she wants to create this kind of like tournaments. She wants to bring her cholos to tournaments, and she is very like caring about that aspect of the Xoloitzcuintle. I think that this kind of care about these things has to be related to what you are doing in your life, in the professional weightlifting and all this kind of stuff. Because I have read a little bit about Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, like his encyclopedia of bodybuilding. And with that book, I just started like looking this kind of culture that you guys have of eating well, maybe, of doing the pumping iron and all this kind of stuff, maybe, right? Like I kind of read the book.
Yeah, that's
And
good. Good book. I actually have this book.
yeah, it has a lot of exercises as well. And it is all about like going to this kind of dead point where you are completely tired, and in that point is where when the body gets stronger. Like you have to get to this point where your body can't resist anymore, so you can say that the body will get like bigger, right? And also he expresses like you have to take this kind of days off and all this because the body has to regenerate itself and all this kind of stuff. So it is kind of an art, I think, what you guys do, right?
It is a
And
lot of,
it is a
definitely
very
a lot of
discipline.
work.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
have this discipline to do what you are doing. So the first thing that I noticed when you talked to us, you reach us by email, was this woman is very disciplined. And that's why she's asking so much things. Like she wants to have this perfect Xoloitzcuintle or and all this. Like you're looking for perfection. So that's one thing that I noticed from you. And I think it is part of your life, right?
Yes. So very true. And competing is it's an interesting way of getting yourself to a next level. And once you reach a level, then you want to go to the next level after that, and then to the next level after that. And only through competition you can actually see the result, and you know exactly where you are. If you're doing it just to do it, you kind of settle in a complacency of it's good enough. But competing, you're constantly pushing yourself to a next level and next level and next level. And every competition, I would say like, oh, I want to see how my body is gonna look when I get the first place. I want to see when I get my first place in nationals. I want to see how my body is gonna look when I get my pro card. So that journey was keep pushing me like higher and higher. And now that I got my pro card, my next goal is to see how my body is gonna look when I get first place in the world, right? So that's my next step, I guess. But how, like, getting a dog that is so profound in the history, like it's the oldest dog in the world, right? Like the history of this dog is incredible. And then the fact that they actually not really present at the dog shows, especially in Canada. Hello. Yeah, so it's we only have, like, in this part of Canada, only one dog that is competing. Only one, but she's probably going to start to have babies very soon, so there will be no Xolos competing. Every time I'm walking my dogs, people like always stop me, like it's like walking with a famous person. What kind of dog is this? Everybody who is from Mexico always recognizing, oh, Cholo. I'm like, yeah, yeah, and I got to know what is the perfect disposition of the dog needs to be in order to compete. I'm very sorry that I didn't have that information when I was getting Bagheera, even though she's a sweetheart. Bagheera is actually super, like, intelligent too. But the difference between your dogs and Bagheera is actually very distinct. So Bagheera was brought up in a family in Toronto, and the woman caring for the mother had certain ways of caring for a dog. She's a great breeder and everything, but she was very anxious and very afraid of, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, like, and that actually converted into the dog carrying that anxiety, and that mother dog gave those anxieties to Bagheera. When I walk with Bagheera, she is more anxious than when I walk with your pups. Your pups grew up in a setting with other dogs. And even though they haven't really kind of been, like, trained, their training is just like that. They are very assertive. They are, I would have to say, not so much smarter. Both of them are intelligent, but they would listen first, especially Cosmo. Cosmo is, like, incredible. He would sit and observe people. Yesterday, not last training, but training before, the dog trainer is telling me what he wants me to do with Cosmo. Cosmo sit there and listens, and I start doing it. And Isabel's Cosmo understood what I want from him, was doing it right from the get-go. Right? These dogs are freaking intelligent. It's crazy. And also because have such a big pack of dogs. Dogs kind of teach each other. They are as wild as they could be. You take this untrained dog and you train it the way that it should be trained. So you don't have to break any bad habits. You don't have to break through anxieties. You don't have to break through anything. You just take this like a raw material and convert it into dog that you need to have. And it's just beautiful. And me being a trainer, training this dog it's just so simple. It became like very simple. They understand very quickly. They respond to you very quickly. They're super smart. They look into your eyes and they are not anxious. Like, yeah, and connected. Yeah, very cool. But definitely, like, I'm looking forward. So they start competing when they're 6 months old. So Cosmo, I'm going to be in the process of registering him for Canadian Kennel Club. And from that point, I already connected with the dog handler. So we're going to start training him for the shows and getting him into the shows very quickly. Probably in the next month, he's going to get
Okay. That's very nice to hear from you. So you think that they are very intelligent, they are not anxious at all, so they can understand what you are telling them, right? Because don't being anxious is related to the focus or to the attention that they are giving to you. They don't have this kind of noise in their head of other thoughts or traumas that they may have. Your two dogs, Bonita and Cosmo, are like sane from their psychology. They have a sane like a good mindset, right?
Yeah.
For you to be able to communicate with them. So yeah, that's one thing that I notice a lot from other places and comparing with us, that we have Xoloitzcuintles that they are not crazy because there are other places that you may have these kind of problems because of the environment that they are living. So we give here a lot of attention to all of them. We kind of develop their personalities. I think that is kind of the key aspect of ourselves. Like we talk to them.
Hey, Cosmo. Okay, Cosmo. Hey.
Bonita and Cosmo. Cosmo?
Cosmo, yeah.
Yeah, and
Cosmo
Yelena,
is actually...
Yeah, Yelena got like in love with Cosmo from a picture that we share with her because of his gray eyes. Cosmo has these gray eyes. I don't know if he still kept these eyes.
Yeah, he still have gray eyes. Yeah.
So she get in love with that eyes, and I think it was kind of an intuition from her. I don't know if she believes in this kind of stuff or not, right? Because I feel that she is kind of that kind of woman. Like she drives herself through intuition. I am correct?
Yes, energy.
Okay.
Energy, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, like like when I was talking to a handler, his gray. He is not as like a black as this black, right? So Bonita is kind of black brown, Bagheera is black brown, but Cosmo is gray black. So I think it's also called blue, if I'm correct. And therefore, because of that, at the shows, if the two cholos are shown and one is this color and one is his color, one is black brown eyes and another one is lighter eyes like his, he will get second place. Yeah, but I don't really kind of care at this point about that at all, simply because there is not many cholos are shown in this side of Canada anyway. And also, I think both American and Canadian kennel clubs are now expanding the color palette, and they are mostly going to be going by not biting, mostly going to be going this position and the position of the pose and the ears and everything, right? So yeah, but he's funny. He is such a boy. He's going through puberty, and he has acne right now. It's hilarious, but he's getting better. And everybody loves his mohawk.
What I was telling at that time to Yelena is that some Xoloitzcuintles may have their eyes color blue, others color green, others may have color gray, as Cosmo has, right? But this has to do with their genetic, with their genes, because when you have a Xoloitzcuintle that is mariposa color, that is like this spotted Xoloitzcuintles, right? Or you have a Xoloitzcuintle red color, and all these other kind of Xoloitzcuintles that there exist in the world, right? These kind of cholos, they always have these differences in their eyes, like these black eyes, dark eyes. Only the dark Xoloitzcuintles black colored skin has. So these institutions that create these tournaments, they always look for only black cholos, because they have this kind of discrimination to the breed, because the breed is very like polyphacetic, like they have a lot of kind of colors, of sizes, and you can see a lot of different kind of cholos. You have also coated cholos and all this. So this is kind of a discrimination to the breed, I think. But Cosmo, with his gray eyes, he basically can compete, I think, because the one that they don't like is like maybe the blue eyes or the green eyes.
Yeah, he has dark eyes.
Yeah, also they don't like the mariposa color. They for tournaments, they only like this black, completely black Xoloitzcuintles. But a lot of people like other kind of colors for Xoloitzcuintles, because they are very exotic and all these, and they are more scarce. But if you are focused like Yelena in tournaments, the recommendation is always look for black cholos, right? And hairless cholos. Because if you have coated cholos, equally you can be discriminated in some places, but you can still like get into the tournaments.
Yes, absolutely. They do not disqualify them, and it's also not considered as a fault, but it will be just less points. And if the two dogs are entered, the privilege will be given to the darker dog. That's all it is. And the darker dog may have issue with, but again, it's not many of them competing. At the show, it may be like one cholo. Here in Canada, there is like only one on the side, female, and that's it. She's been competing for quite some time, and we're gonna start to have puppies, meaning that she will be out of competition, and there is no one else to compete.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there are not a lot of cholos out there in Canada, for example, right? Maybe you have only one or two breeders there. And that's part of the issue that you have in North America, right? That's why you have to come to Mexico in the first place. Yeah, but yes. Also, something funny from our experience with Yelena was that we were accepting like cryptocurrencies and all this, and she was like kind of scared about crypto at the time, like paying with this kind of strange money. Yeah, so we are very happy,
know,
Yelena.
right? It's and you have different crypto stuff, right? Oh my gosh, the whole experience was so much learning. It was very interesting because I think I made every single possible mistake that I could have made with not bringing enough cash. And then I lost my debit card. Thanks God I had my Visa card.
Yes,
I lost
it's
the
an
debit
issue.
card in the machine.
Yeah, international payments is an issue to take care about, because it is not so easy for someone outside of Mexico like,
the easiest
to be bringing cash everywhere. Know this.
Yeah, The easiest was doing the bank transaction was the easiest, and I think in the future I'll just do through the bank. Yeah, that was the most simple.
Yes. So we are seeing right now in the screen Cosmo. He's a beautiful dog with a beautiful personality. I told Yelena that he's an alpha. I don't know if he is an alpha or not.
Yeah,
was
definitely,
right?
definitely alpha. I think just because he's when he was smaller, Bagheera was an alpha because she was bigger and she was like a first person in the house. But now that she's growing up, he is turning more like alpha over her right now, simply because he is an alpha, 100%. Yeah.
Wow, he's beautiful. I love it. I love Cosmo. Cosmo, come on.
Oh, I'm in my
Bellissimo,
headphones. I don't think.
bellissimo.
Hold on.
Ah, no. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Ah, no. Yeah, of course. So, Cosmo, ¿cómo estás, bebé? ¿Cómo está el bebé Cosmo? ¿Cómo está el campeón? ¿Cómo está el campeón? ¿Cómo está el campeón? Yeah, I love him. Yeah, all that litter was amazing. Yeah, I love him. Yeah. So, Yelena, thank you very much for joining us today. And it was a pleasure to hear about you. You're a very interesting woman, and we recommend to everybody, if you want to like take care of your body and all this kind of stuff, to look at her, right? She's a trainer, a professional trainer. Not a lot of people here in Mexico, for example, can give a training like her. Okay, I have seen a lot of people trying to do what she do, but they have won anything. Like they haven't won anything. She has won tournaments. She's a professional and all this. So thank you very much, Yelena. We love your Xolos Bonita and Cosmo. We love them. And this was all for today, everybody. Our audience. This was the Xolos Ramirez show. Thank you and bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, love him.